Shut up, Stevie.
Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm bringing you this look. This is a Kim Kardashian 2019 Met Gala inspired look. It has a lot of warm tones, a lot of glitter, a lot of water. I'm sorry for the light in the back. I'm not filming where I usually film. Usually I film with my bed in the background, but I'm washing all my sheets and everything, so everything looks really disgusting because it's just a mattress, so I didn't want to do that. I hope it doesn't bother you guys. I'm sorry, but this is just what I had to do for this video. Didn't really think of that today when I put my stuff in the washer. So if you want to see how to get this look, please keep on watching. All right, so first what I'm going in with is this Becca First Light Priming Filter Instant Complexion Refresh Primer. It's a lot to say. She did look very glowy in this look, and usually I would go in with a matte primer because I do have oily skin. Oh, this is new. Excuse me. I've already washed my face and it is purple, girl. Okay. I've already washed my face and gone ahead and put my moisturizer on. So as you can see, rather than blur out my pores and make me all matte, oh my God, this pimple looks like a nipple. Why am I breaking out so bad? Usually I don't have zits. Stress. You can see it's going to come through the foundation, be nice, glowy, and dewy. I am going to put a little bit on my neck as well because I'm going to bring my foundation onto my neck just because I want it to match the rest of my body. I'm just going to color correct any sort of blemishes or spots that I see before I go in with my foundation. And this is just the LA Girl Pro Conceal Green Concealer because green is the word I'm looking for. Green, green cancels out red. So you got that pimple right there, little scar. And then I always like to go around my nose because I always have like blood vessels and stuff. And then I have a red dot on my nose. It's always gonna be there. It's a popped blood vessel. I don't know how I got it or whatever. And now I'm just gonna blend that in. You don't wanna blend it away so that the red is completely, or the green I mean, is completely gone. But just enough so that when you put the foundation on over it, you can't see any of the green peeking through because that would not look good. Okay, so next I'm gonna go in with my favorite foundation ever. This is the Wet n Wild, yes, you heard correctly, Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. I've recommended this to so many girlfriends of mine who've asked for a full coverage, cheap, decently priced matte foundation. This is $6 hairs. $6 guys, $6. And this is in the shade Desert Beige. This is the shade that I am when I have a tan. I'm just gonna shake it up a little bit first. The only thing that people do not like about this foundation, I don't really care, is just the fact that it smells like paint. And I just swipe on my face like that. It has like a little spatula. Still can't believe I got a pimple there. What else is new? I know, this is itchy. Oh my God. I'm just taking my beauty blender, squeeze out any of the excess water, and I'm gonna go ahead and just blend everything. And I am bringing it under my eyes. I'm just not gonna put it on my eyelids because we are gonna prime our eyelids with a different product. I am gonna bring that down on my neck, but before I allow that to set in any of my like little fine lines or pores, I go ahead and I put my powder over the foundation. So this is what I've been using. It's the Kat Von D Lock-It Powder Foundation. Powder foundation, the powder foundation, and it is in the shade Tan 160. Just looks like this. Can't even speak. I just like to do it in a patting motion rather than a sweeping motion. I am gonna get under the eyes. And then make sure to get your ears as well, or else it's gonna look incredibly crazy. Oh, they coming for me. I've already gone ahead and put the foundation, brought it down on my neck, and I went ahead and just bronzed up my neck. And hi. Next, I'm just taking MAC's Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. This is what I use to prime my eyelids with. It's just sort of a custardy shade to cancel out any little veins or blood vessels and things like this. And this is also going to help the eyeshadow to stick better and not crease. I just go ahead and I blend it out with my ring finger. And then I also go ahead and I take it on a little under the eye as well, where my eyeshadow would be that I'm going to do like a smoky eye with this look. Just a little bit underneath. And then I blend that out as well. Then I'm gonna take some of my old cocaine here on this tray. Uncle joke, settle down, simmer it down. It's just banana powder on this tray here, and I go ahead and just take this brush, dip it in here, and I just pat on where I just put the soft ochre paint pot just to set it so that it doesn't crease. And then I take it under my eyes as well, like that. Okay. Next, contouring. Okay, so I haven't done like an updated contour tutorial for you guys, so this is kind of it right here. This has been my holy grail bronzer for the past, I don't know, I'd say year. It's the Marc Jacobs Omega Bronze in 102 Tantric, because I like to look like a tantric. And it just looks like this. As you can see, I have hit pan, but don't worry, I have more where that came from. And it's just a really nice, I don't know, I like my bronzers to be a little bit on the orange side rather than look like realistic or like a shadow. You know, I just like it to be really warm. So I go ahead, I've been using this for as long as I've had this channel as well. This is just the Real Techniques contour brush. And I just go ahead and dip it in there. And I start along my cheeks. That pimple is really pissing me off. So I just bring it up and down, and then I kind of swirl. Kim Kardashian always has like the perfect defined cheekbones. So if I go a little overboard. So as you can see, that side of my face already looks a lot slimmer. And then I'm also gonna go ahead and take it up on my temples. Blend it into my hairline, on the forehead. I am getting sweaty. Why? I'm not doing anything. And then I'm also gonna go ahead and take some, and I think this is why I'm breaking out right here. I put it on my jawline. This is just so if I have any little double chin peeking through, it's gonna kind of hide that. So now what I'm gonna do with that old cocaine I had here, I'm gonna take one of the sponges and I'm just gonna take some, and I go ahead and carve out my cheekbone. So like right there. And what this is gonna do is it's going to create a nice sharp contour whenever we're done. So this is the beginning of my baking process. Oh, that did not go good. There we go. I remember I saw Nicole Guerrero do this in a video so long ago, and like ever since then, I do this every time. I'm gonna go ahead and just highlight a little bit on the face already. I'm gonna just take this Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Light Medium. And I just go ahead and put it there on my chin. And then I do my chicken claw. Do y'all remember the chicken foot highlight that I used to do? It's back. This looks like a chicken foot, right? And then I put it on my nose like so. That looks a little crooked on the nose, guys, but it's gonna be fine in a second. Don't you worry. So then I'm just gonna blend that out. Okay, and then when you're done blending it out, what I just do is I go ahead and further my baking process here. And I just put some more of that powder onto the areas that I just concealed. And now you have the finished look, guys. Kim K Met Gala 2020, guaranteed. She goes like this. Don't at me if she does. Just saying. Okay, so now we're gonna contour the nose, and for my nose contour, I use a different product just because my cheek contour, it's a little too harsh for my nose, or at least what I prefer. So I just use my Physicians Formula bronzer, and it's just in the shade bronzer. And I just go ahead and I take my Smashbox eyeshadow brush. It just is what works. It is what works best for me, okay? I go ahead and I dip it in there. And I need a mirror or something. I'll just do this. And I just start bringing it down on the nose while I still have the concealer on there. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and blend out the concealer on my nose. So when I'm blending it out on the forehead, I'm just going from like left to right and making sure it's highlighting pretty much the whole surface of my forehead. So I just take some of that loose powder that I had on that tray and I just go ahead and dust it on like this. After I do that, I go back in with the brush from my contour. I have hair everywhere. From the brush from my contour, and I just go over that. Just like this. Not going over the highlighted part. I'm just kind of blending the contour down a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and further blend my nose contour. I just take my ring finger and blend it out. Go ahead and take this little flat shader brush, and I dip that in the loose powder as well, and I just take it down my nose just to set the concealer that's on my nose, and it kind of gets on the contour a little bit, so it's easy when I blend it out a little bit to diffuse the contour. So then I just take this Kylie blending brush, it was from one of her palettes, and I start to just go ahead and blend out the contour on my nose. All right, and then, sorry, I was in the middle of a burp. I take a little bit of the bronzer and I go ahead and just make a little line like this, just to kind of create a little button nose. And then sometimes I even like draw a circle. Then taking more of that loose powder, taking that flat shader brush, and I'm kind of doing what I did with my face contour. I need more of it. I need more of the cocaine, guys. And I'm just carving out the nose contour. It's right beside where the contour line actually is. This is just gonna help to clean up that as well. I need more of the banana powder, BRB. Okay. So now that you look clinically insane, I'm gonna go ahead and take this Becca, I hate that, my fingernail dug into it. It's just the Becca Shimmery Skin Perfector in Champagne Pop. Going old school with this. And I'm taking it just on a tiny brush like this. And I'm just dipping the brush into it like that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the bridge of my nose. And then I just take my pinky and I do it right on the tip of the nose. It's just gonna help to elevate the nose up a little bit and kind of give you a perkier nose. I think it looks cute. So the face is pretty much done. Now what I'm gonna do is my eyebrows. I'm gonna just do it off camera just to save time in this video, and then I'll come back. Now for the fun part, we're gonna go ahead and do our eyeshadow. So this is pretty much the main thing of the whole entire look, besides that fabulous outfit, I must say. So I do this all the time, still do it, will probably always do it because I'm a perfectionist and I don't like when it doesn't look perfect. So I take, I almost said duct tape. I take Scotch tape and I match up the corner of my eye, how I would do like a winged liner. And I just put it on there. This is just gonna help to create a cleaner look to the eyeshadow. You'll see when we're done. I'll be like, oh, okay. So as you can see, I've already gone in and done this eye off camera. I didn't add any mascara or lashes just yet. So now we can go ahead and start on the other eye. I just wanted you guys to get a feel for what we're doing here. I'm keeping it in the fam. We're gonna use just this Kylie palette today along with one other eye product for the eyeshadow look. Going in with my e.l.f. brush, I'm just gonna be taking this shade right here. It's sort of a dark pumpkin color, I would call it. Or no, maybe that would be a pumpkin color. Either way, we're going in with this one. I'm just taking a little bit on the tip of the brush and I'm tapping off the excess. And this is gonna be our transition shade. Take a little more of that color. And I don't usually do this, but we're gonna bring it all the way in to the inner tear duct. I guess I should kind of get closer here, huh? And then I'm just taking a fluffier brush and I'm just gonna go ahead and diffuse that line a little bit. Back in with that pumpkin-y shade. I'm just gonna go ahead and put more right into the crease, bringing it to the other end as well again. Into the inner tear duct. Usually I leave that spot blank and I put a highlight in there, but this one was kind of a halo eye where she just had highlight in the middle of the eye. Okay, and then the next shade we're going to take is this dark mauve maroonish color. I'm gonna go ahead in with that. And I'm only adding that to the corner here, just to darken it up a little bit. Sweeping it a little bit into the crease. And usually I put highlight on my brown bone. Usually I put a highlight on my brow bone, but I didn't see any highlight on her brow bone. So I think they just wanted the concentration to be right in the middle of the eye. I'm going in with the Stila. Which one is this? Because I know there's two different ones. This is the Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow, and this is in Rose Gold Retro. And I'm just taking that, and I noticed in the pictures that they brought it up to almost the brow bone. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this like so. Just right about there. Take some more. And like I said, it was just in the middle of the eye. So I'm not going past here and I'm not going over there. And once it's sort of dried, I'm gonna go back in with my original colors and just go over the edge a little bit just to blend the glitter. And then I'll take the darker color and blend this side. Like that. Just to add a little more shine and shimmer, I go over it with the Kitten Karma. I just press it lightly. This is a little more on the silvery side, so it just gives it more of a pop. Before I put anything under the eye or smoke that out, anything like that, I go ahead and I take off tape. So then I go ahead and I go in and I color correct my under eyes a little bit. And this is just the Naked Skin from Urban Decay in the shade Peach. It just, oh, actually getting ahead of myself, I need to dust off the powder on the side of my nose now. That was enough baking time. I go in with this, just under the eye like that, and same with that. So this isn't my concealer, this is just a color correct first. And then for concealer, Concealer. Why does that sound so weird to me this morning? I don't know. Going in with the Kylie Jenner Concealer, and this is in the shade Ivory. This is one of my favorite concealers. Blend that out. Okay, and then once that's all blended to your liking, I dip my beauty blender into my loose banana powder here, and I go ahead and just set the under eye. I do not bake my under eye. I don't know if it's something with my skin or what, but I notice if I bake my under eye, it gets really dry and creasy, and my hollowness under my eyes look worse. I did get a little filler in my under eyes. That's another video that's coming. Okay, and then we're just gonna go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. Kind of do things ass backwards. Like, I guess I should do, you know, that kind of thing first and then go in with contour, since I just go over it anyway, but that's not how I like to do it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go back over just to apply my contour over where the concealer is now. And I fill in this little area right here too, guys. Don't forget about that or you'll look really weird. Before I go ahead and do anything with my under eye, smoke it out, anything like that, I do go in with, finally, a Kim Kardashian product, right? Since it is a Kim Kardashian tutorial. Hello, Mia. Go in with her number 3 Brighten, and this is in the shade, well, I know that this was the 3rd step, but is the shade 3 or is just the 3rd step? It's whatever banana one it was, and this literally, oh my god, it makes the world of a difference for your under eye. So I will never go without this stuff, guys, I swear to you. So I'm just taking it on a brush like this, and I just place it under the eye. Like, look at that already. Yes, bitch. And then I go ahead and I take it on the sides like this, and I go ahead and brush that powder off right there, and I do add the Brighten to my Cupid's bow, and then I'm brushing off the chin while I'm adding it to my chin as well. Put a little bit on the forehead too, in between the brows. For under the eye, I'm gonna start with this Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade Whiskey. It's just this brown eyeliner shade. And I'm gonna go ahead, there's so much happening down here. I'm gonna go ahead and tight line the upper lash line with it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do my waterline. Ah, I hate that. I really don't like that feeling. And then what I do is I always like to bring my liners underneath, right underneath the lash line a little bit. And I'm just gonna take my shader brush here, and I'm going in with that maroony color. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put it underneath my lash line. Not really worried about smoking anything out just yet. And then going in with this shader brush from Morphe, it's the M506 brush. I'm gonna go in and take some more of that maroon color, and I'm just gonna go ahead and start smoking it out on my lower lash line. Just pressing it on my eye and going back and forth. Now I'm going in with mascara. This is just the NARS Climax mascara. I haven't climaxed in a very long time. I'm on a little bit of a dry spell. Okay, I'm gonna do the bottom lashes. For lashes, I'm going in with Cocoa Lashes in Demi G. I did go ahead and apply, well, I curled my eyelashes first, and then I went ahead and applied the Climax mascara to my upper lash line as well. Her blush looked a little on the darker side, but I don't want to go too crazy with this look since there's already so much happening on the eye. I'm going to go in with the pink, or with the blush that I always actually just use on myself. It's the Too Faced Love Flush and Your Love is King, and it just looks like this. Not going to go overboard just because, like I said, there's so much going on with the eye. You don't want to take away from it. And then the main part of this look is the highlight. She had this intense and insane glow. So I'm just gonna go in with the Fenty Beauty. This is the Fairy Bomb Shimmer Powder, and this is Rosé on Ice. It's kind of like a pink shimmery color. Yes! For lips, she had a nude lip going on, as she usually always does. So I'm going to go in with a couple products to try to match what she has going. It's just MAC's lip liner and Spice. And then top lip. And then I just go ahead and fill my lips in all the way. And then I'm gonna go ahead and fill them in with this Dose of Colors Nude Chica. It's Karen's collaboration with Dose of Colors. I'm just gonna go add some gloss. I'm just gonna take this MAC Plenty of Pout Pumping Gloss. Ugh. Forgot I had an applicator like that. I'm just gonna apply it because, you know, Kim's always glossy as shit. And then for hair, I just gone ahead, just for the purposes of this video, I mean, you could go ahead and use mousse and diffuse your hair and then spray it and have it stay like this, but just for the video, I'm just taking a spray bottle with water just to create, you know, the wet look that she had going on. I'm getting shit all on my mirror. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed this Kim Kardashian 2019 Met Gala tutorial. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and stay Bella. Mwah. Bye guys.